Texting and driving is a growing trend and national epidemic. It has become one of the country's leading top killers. According to the National Safety Council, it has caused 1.6 million accidents per year. Texting while driving is dangerous for you and the drivers around you. When I am finished with this speech, I hope to persuade you all to take a pledge to not text and drive. I also hope you will have more knowledge of why texting and driving is dangerous and can be disastrous. Texting is one of today's most popular forms of communication, but it can also be one of the most dangerous and even fatal forms of communication. Can you live without your cell phone? I know I can't. It's always right here in my pocket. The majority of us grew up with cell phones, and they have become like an extension of us. Most of us even text and drive and think nothing of it, think nothing will happen. This is harmless. Well, according to Virginia Tech Transportation Institute, you are 23 times more likely to be involved in a traffic accident if you text and drive. They also say the average time for sending or reading a text message is 4.66 seconds. This means a car traveling 55 miles per hour will travel the length of a football field, and that's without even looking at the road. And then younger, more inexperienced drivers are at an increased risk. This younger inexperienced group makes up the largest group of distracted drivers because teenagers underestimate or are unable to recognize hazardous driving conditions, and this can be a very deadly combination. All drivers, no matter what age, need to become aware of distracted driving and take the steps to reduce the risk to themselves and to others. Distracted driving is a problem among drivers of all ages, though, because people are trying to multitask and drive. Reading, eating, applying makeup, talking on the phone, texting, and I've seen some other very weird things happen behind the wheel. All these problems cause a lack of concentration and focus on driving. Texting and driving involves 3 types of distractions according to the CDC: cognitive or mental distraction, visual distraction, and manual distraction. Cognitive occurs when the driver's mind isn't focused on driving. Visual distraction occurs when the driver looks at anything other than the road. And manual distraction occurs when the driver takes both hands off the wheel for any reason. All distractions endanger driver, passenger, and bystander safety. Texting while driving is especially dangerous because it combines all 3 types of distractions. And this is what makes text messaging lead the list as the biggest distraction while driving. Many people have died or been seriously injured in car crashes caused by texting and driving. Here is a story of a family's life changed forever due to one text message. Heather had her whole life ahead of her. At just 19 years old, the young woman had recently graduated from high school. Heather was on her way home from work the night of February 23, 2010. While driving, she was reading a text message on her phone. She was only 3 miles from her house, just 3 miles. Texting and driving caused Heather to become distracted, and she lost control of her vehicle and drove through a guardrail. This impact caused the driver's side door to collapse several feet inside the vehicle. Heather died instantly. And you can find this story and other stories just like it on the website Don't Text and Drive. In 2012, 3,331 people were killed in distracted-related crashes, and Washington was one of the first states to pass a texting ban in 2007. Currently, 44 states ban text messaging for all drivers, and this can all be found on distraction.gov. But to sum it all up, texting and driving is dangerous and can be very disastrous. So you may think this will never happen to you, but just don't text and drive. Just don't do it. It's very dangerous, not only for your sake, but for others out there. So I urge you all to please take a pledge to not text and drive. It can wait, or just pull over. That's it. All right, thank you. Thank you all. Oh, just most people just turn around and show themselves that they were holding the camera.
Can you see me?
Yeah.
And then show me holding the camera. Did you see me?
Yeah, I see you. Now that you can just end it.
Right here?